evening, baseball fans. I'm Tyler Harding, and welcome to Seattle for Game 2 of this World Series between the Seattle Mariners and the Cincinnati Reds. The Mariners hold a 1-0 lead in the series after their 6-4 win in Game 1 last evening, and will be looking to double that advantage before this series heads to Ohio. First pitch is just moments away, so let's check the lineups. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to Game 2 of the World Series. As you've just heard, we do have a 1-0 lead in the series after winning Game 1. Let's have a quick check of the lineups. You can see again, the lineups, the matchups aren't necessarily in our favor, but we've seen already that we're better than this. So Taylor Walls leads off at second base. It's Richard Urena batting second at third. Brian Reynolds bats third in left field. Daniel Murphy does the cleanup at first base. Vogelbach continues at 5. Thought about dropping him down the order a little bit, but he continues at 5 as designated hitter. Tomori, home run hero of Game 1, of course. He bats 6 and is the catcher. Malik Smith bats 7. He's in center field. Freddie, the postman Galvis, always delivers at 8. He's the shortstop. And Jared Kalinic continues at the number 9 slot in right field. Johnny Loaisiga takes the mound for us today. He's been amazing for us at home so far this postseason. Let's hope he continues that form in Game 2 of the World Series. We're up against Luis M. Castillo for them. He looks quite decent. His regular season ERA just a smidgen over 4. Whip was 121. ERA plus of 100. WAR of 4.2. So he's obviously not the worst. OSA ratings and head scout ratings have him almost identical, actually. This is going to be tough. I think he might be one of their better guys. Let's hope we can get a hold of him. And here we go, ready for Game 2. Essentially, it is the same lineup for us. I don't see any changes for them either off the top of my head, but I have to admit I didn't forensically study their lineup. We've got a leadoff bunt there, and Johnny Loaisiga cannot make the play. And didn't waste any time, did he? Johnny Loaisiga getting that first pitch away. And not ideal, we have the leadoff man aboard. As I said, Johnny Loaisiga has been an absolute... They're going to bunt their way around here, are they? Can we get the play at this time? Yes, we do, but the runner does get to second. Maybe a change of approach here against Johnny Loaisiga. They've got one out runner at second. I wonder if they will probably hit away now, won't they? Yeah, that's going to be out. Nice little pop up there. Excellent stuff, Johnny L. Yeah, like I was saying, Johnny Loaisiga has been in the bullpen all season. We obviously, with Hursko missing, and you do really wonder what we could do if we did have him in the lineup. That has been slapped into left field. Is it going to drop in? No. Reynolds makes the catch and we get out of that first innings. But yeah, we're kind of started down with him, and of course injuries to the likes of Justin Dunn, who was ideally at the start of the year slated in to be in that rotation. But as I said, at home he's been an absolute colossus for us. I don't think he's given up a run yet, maybe one. Taylor Walls grounds out the second for our first out of Game 2 here. Richard Urena steps in now. But yeah, hopefully we'll get another good start out of Johnny Loaisiga, and our bats will set us free. We did see again, didn't we, in Game 1, like we've had almost this entire postseason, that one big innings is what was been getting us across the line. Reynolds now, 1-1's a count on him. He has lined straight back to the catcher, and that'll do it for our first innings as well. So Johnny Loaisiga comes back out now. Full count on Eduard, what's his name? Eugenie Sanchez. That looks big, and that is gone, and it's 1-0. To the Cincinnati Reds. Oh, is Johnny Loaisiga going to choke on the big stage, I wonder? We did see, but didn't we, Albert Abreu choke against the Houston Astros when he sort of had a chance on the big stage at home. That was, what, Game 4, I think, of the ALCS. Nice little comeback there for Johnny Loaisiga, though. Hopefully he's made of sterner stuff. 3-1 now on Tyler Stevenson. He has grounded down to third base. Urena over to Murphy, and that'll do it for the second out. I was worried we were going to put a man on there with a walk. It's TJ Friedel up against Johnny Loaisiga. Can we end the innings again? It's 3-1. And again, a ground ball, this time to second base, and Tyler Walls will make the play. I don't like these big pitch counts, though. Loaisiga doesn't have the best stamina as it is. It may well be that we need the likes of Marco Gonzalez in the bullpen as a sort of a long reliever today. That's been relatively well hit. I think center field's going to get there, though, is he? Yes, it is. And Daniel Murphy is caught out there in right center field. It brings up Vogelbach to the plate. Only batting .220 so far this postseason. We know he's better than that, though. This has been popped up again, and it's going to be center field coming in this time into sort of a left center range. That will make the catch there for 2 away. And that brings up Tomori. 3-run home run, of course, in Game 1. What can he do here? He stands and looks at strike 3, and that'll do it for our second innings. And we are still 1-0 down. And, well, yeah, Johnny Loaisiga goes back to work. And let's hope it's a little bit more convincing here. Is that going to get past Galvis? Yes, you wonder if he could have got to that. But sometimes the animation isn't always completely accurate. That is a leadoff single. And Taylor Trammell now bunted aboard in the first innings. This time, that is crushed out into left center, and that just might score another run. How's your arm, Reynolds? It's not going to be good enough to prevent a run, and we're 2-0 down on the back of an RBI double there from Taylor Trammell. And I'm just getting a little bit concerned here. Game 2 is not going to go our way. Come on, Johnny Loaisiga. Pick yourself up, mate. Dust yourself off. That's grounded to second base. Walls should make a simple play. That'll be the first out, but Trammell does go to third. And that third run now for the Reds is just 90 feet away. We really could do a strikeout here, Johnny L. Full count. Does get the strikeout. All right. Wonderful stuff from Johnny Loaisiga. And can he get out of this innings now, just giving up the 1? 0-2. That's been well hit. Oh, no. And it's 4-0. And this is not going our way, is it? Not what was needed. And Johnny Loaisiga is indeed choking on the biggest of big stages. Full count, 2 out. Can he get out of this innings? Yes, he can. But damage done. Big, big damage in the third innings there. 3 runs across. 4-0. We are now behind. And Malik Smith to lead us off in the bottom of this third innings. 0-2 means he will strike out because that's what he does. No, he's got one down to first base, but it is going to be out nonetheless. Just for a wonderful split second, I thought that was going to get past the first base. But it brings up Freddie the Postman Galvis. He's 1-2. He's got a decent piece of it, but straight down center field's throat. That's 2 away for Jared Kalinich. And can the youngster just put one over the fence for us? Not much to ask, is it? He's grounded down towards shortstop. It does get through. He's got himself a 2-out single. Now, we have seen in the past, we love a 2-out rally. Can it continue here in the World Series Game 2? Tyler Walls walks. Here we go again. Here we go again. It is Richard Uriner now. 2 on, 2 out. What can he do? Uriner, he's got it into center field. Is it going to get down? No, it's not. And that will do it for us in the bottom of the third. And we are still 4-0 down. And Johnny Loaisiga, mate, you've just got to try and keep us in this game now. 0 more runs from you, please. That is going to be caught, I think, by Kalinich. No, it's going to drop in. And it's a lead-off single. And Bruce, I hope we have somebody warming up in the bullpen here, mate, because I think Johnny Loaisiga, it's just not his day. There's a strikeout. He's not completely done. Of course, the problem that this could raise... oh, he's thrown it away. Johnny, is the runner going to get the second? It's a pass ball. He should get the second, should he not? Yes, he does. And runner goes into scoring position. He's been so reliable for us. That's up the middle, and that might score another run. You know, Malik Smith comes in. Is he? You know, he can keep the runner at third, but we need to make a change here, Crab. Make a change now, please. Can we get the double play? Can we get him out at second? Yes, we can. That's huge. Absolutely huge. Why they've stolen him, I don't really understand. Anything short of a double play would have brought a run across for them, and they've thrown that chance away. Come on, Johnny. Get us out of this innings, please, mate. Full count. 2 outs. Back up the middle. Can Malik Smith make the catch? I think he can. He's going to make it comfortably in the end. And we do get out of that small jam that we put ourselves in. 4-0 still. In the bottom of the fourth we go. And it's Reynolds now. 0 for 1. 1-2's the count. Reynolds gets it down to first base. Well hit, but a simple play in the end. Brings up Dan Murphy. 0 for 1. We need to try and get 1 or 2 runs in here if we can. Just to chip away at that lead. That's straight down center field stroke. And that's 2 away. And it's Dan Vogelbach now. Also 0 for 1. We've only had the 1 hit in the game, so most of them are 0 for 1. Vogelbach grounds out the shortstop, and it's all looking a little bit too simple right now for Cincinnati, isn't it? 7 hits to 1 we're being outdone right now, and that is just not good enough. And Marco Gonzalez does come in out of the bullpen. He's been okay so far this postseason out of the bullpen for us. Let's hope he can continue. If we can keep them to 4... we just might have a chance, but anything more than that, and it starts to become a big ask. We're asking more than what, you know, the Cincinnati pitchers were giving up in the regular season. That's 1 away. 0-2's the count here. That's 2 away. Marco Gonzalez, is he the answer now? We're going to have a conversation at some point about if there is a Game 7, who gets the start. Do we go with Johnny Loaisiga, who was the initial plan, or do we perhaps need to look elsewhere now? I'm wondering if this is maybe a heavy left-handed lineup, if maybe we want to go with the lefty Gonzalez as a starter, maybe more so than than Johnny Lasagna. Maybe I've sort of been caught out a little bit there and not really sort of looked at him going well in the postseason so far against maybe more heavily right-handed lineups. Tamori gets himself a lead-off hit, though. I think that makes him 2 for 2, does it not? And Malik Smith now comes in. 2-2's the count. Malik Smith has grounded into a double play. You absolute moron. No, he's going to beat it. Tamori, I'm assuming, has done well sliding into second then to prevent the throw for the second out. Smith gets himself on, though. We know he's rapid. He's a very big steal threat. What can Freddie Galvis do? We've gone the steal, and Malik Smith is going to get there. And we've also now got a full count on Freddie Galvis. Can the postman deliver an RBI here? Go on, Freddie. No, he cannot. Has he sort of blown his load a little bit too early, perhaps, in this postseason? No, it's Kalinic who's 1 for 1. So he's the guy that so far got a hit for us. Can he go 2 for 2? No, he cannot, and that'll do it for the innings. We just cannot get anything going, can we? Gonzalez to continue to Joey Votto. Now, he hit a home run last time out. 2 RBIs that was responsible for. We strike him out with Marco. And I'm increasingly thinking, against this heavily left... Now, the other question is, if Gonzalez was starting, would they be so heavily left-handed? That might be 5-0. And I don't want to write the game off yet. But it's certainly not going to plan, is it? Ciani comes in now. The problem with Gonzalez is that since his injury, was it last season he had a serious injury, his movement is just completely shot. So he is always likely to just leave a ball up there to be put over the fence. And we've seen it this innings. That does it for the 6th, but another run we go behind. And, well, really this innings we need to start getting something going, or we are going to rely on some sort of super innings, aren't we? Walls slaps one down the third base line. That is going to be, I hope, a leadoff double. Yes, it is. And, alright, is this the innings we can get something going? Walls cruises into second. None out. Runner in scoring position. Can Richard Uriner drive him in? It's 0-2, and he's struck out. You just get the feeling that Castillo's he's just got the measure of us, doesn't he? When he gets himself in trouble, he just produces strikeouts. Not Gonzalez, what's his name? Reynolds. It's deep into right center. Walls tags up. He is going to get to third, but it's 2 out. It's going to fall on the shoulders of Dan Murphy to try and get this run in with 2 out. Come on, Danny boy. Can we cut the lead to 4? He's got it down towards third base. Run, Murphy. Run. No. And it is still 5-0. And you just get the feeling we're going to be tied at 1 going back to Cincinnati here, don't you? That's a ground ball for Taylor Walls. That should be easy enough over to first base, and there it is. We do have Justice Sheffield going in Game 3. Again, so far this postseason he's been an absolute star for us. Now, he is a lefty as well. So we'll probably get a good idea, if we sort of thinking ahead, if there is a Game 7, who should get the start. If against the lefty they have this similar sort of heavily left-handed batting lineup, then it might be that Gonzalez goes in Game 7. But as again, hopefully, we're planning for something that's not going to happen. That'll do it for the innings there. Hopefully, we're planning for something that won't happen. I'd very much like to think we could have this thing wrapped up before Game 7. I don't think my heart can handle a Game 7, to be honest. But we stretch in a very difficult position. Vogelbach to lead us off. Can we get anything going in this game? That is not going to get the job done, is it? That's an easy out there, and that is 1 away. How's Castillo going? All right, there is a change to the pitcher now, and is this the opportunity we've been waiting for? Can we get onto the new guy? Tamori to come into bat now. I was going to say lead us off, but he's not leading off, is he? Tamori into left field. It's caught out there, and that'll be 2 away. And Malik Smith, he's not going to put one over the fence. And with 2 out, you doubt we can work him around. But he has got a base hit, though, which is something. Now, we know he's a threat at stealing. If he can get himself onto second, can the postman deliver him home? Here we go with the steal. It's got away. What's he doing? He eventually gets the second. All right. This is promising. Can Freddie Galvis deliver RBI number 12 this postseason? No, he cannot. He's grounded out to second. And you just wonder if Galvis, as I said, has just sort of blown himself out here. Gonzalez at the top of the 8th. It goes without saying we cannot afford any more runs. That's been popped up. It should be caught out there. Smith and Kalinic both coming around for it. Kalinic makes the play. That's 1 away. Gonzalez now to Nick Snitzel. That is back up the middle, and that will be a 1-out single. No, it's not. It's been... Oh, no, he's back up the middle. Oh, what's happening here? He's going for second, and it's an interesting play. But we've got him at second, I think. Have we? No, he's safe. Okay, that's a weird animation highlight. 1 out, runner at second. Joey Votto, of course, already planted one over the fence this game. That is going to be 2 away. Is it? No, he's dropped it. Gonzalez. Oh, we're falling to pieces. Let's just put this game down to experience, perhaps. 1 out, runners at the corners. Art Warren comes in. He is, what's he, ERA of 27 this postseason. Not had a great time of things. Let's hope he can use this, if nothing else, than just to get himself into a little bit of form. There's a big strikeout for 2 out. And can he now get us out of this innings again without conceding anything? Warren. He does it. All right. That could be 2 huge outs for Art Warren, just to hopefully get a little bit of confidence back into him. We have 6 outs to get 5 runs, and Kalinic leads us off. He's 0-2, and Kalinic strikes out. Taylor Walls now. He is he's 1 for 2. I think he's got a walk in there as well, doesn't he? Can Taylor do anything? He's been hit. Gets himself on first. I'd say he is a stealing threat, but you know, getting him to second doesn't really help us too much. We need 5 runs, not 1. Urina strikes out again. They've just had a way to get strikeouts when they need them. Brian Reynolds, what can he do with 2 out? 0-1's the count. It's a decent, but it's not. It's a pop fly, and that's going to do it for the 8th. Well, it's going to take a 9th innings miracle essentially to get anything from this game now, isn't it? That's been put back over the pitcher's head, but Malik Smith is there, and that should be a simple catch in center field, and that is 1 away. Warren now facing, what's this? This is his 4th batsman, isn't it? He's not done too badly here. Can he get a strikeout? Yes, he can. All right, so if nothing else, Art Warren is looking as though he may have recaptured a little bit of his form. That should be caught out there in center field as well. Smith is going back. He looks like he's got it covered. And that does it for the 9th, but work to do. Lots and lots of work to do. Ken Murphy, who is 0 for 3 today, can he get us going? 0-2's the count, and he does get a piece of it, but straight to second base. And when you need 5 runs, you really don't want the first guy getting out, do you? Vogelbach now. 0-2's the count on Dan Vogelbach. He strikes out, and I'm going to say it's probably not happening now. Can we at least get 1 run, please, Tamori? 0-1's the count on him. Tamori down towards third base. It does get out into left field. Man on, but again, we need a miracle from here. It's Malik Smith. 3-1 on Malik. He holds up. He walks. It's going to bring out Freddie Galvis now. Well, this would be the mother of all 2-out rallies, wouldn't it? Connor Sadchek. Now, was he with us at one point? He was. I think he was a pain in my backside, wasn't he? Anyway, it's a former Mariner. Can Freddie Galvis do something? 1-2's the count. Freddie, we're going to have to rename you here. I think the postman has gone on holidays. What can Freddie Galvis do? He strikes out, and it is 1-1 in the World Series. So there we go. I think that one just goes down to experience. It didn't go our way. Tamori batted okay, didn't he? He went 2 for 4. Everybody else, it was a bit of just a disappointing day out. Johnny Lasagna, for the first time this postseason, has let us down. Gonzalez came in and did okay. 1 run from his 3.1. Art Warren actually, surprisingly, looked quite good. 3 strikeouts from his 5 batters faced. But unfortunately for us, it is now tied at 1, and we go to Cincinnati. That's it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that for whatever reason, I tell you what, not if you enjoyed that, show the boys some faith. But you believe that we can go and win this game. We'll do it like we did against the Mariners. We'll win it in 5. Don't forget to hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow for Game 3. Take care.